Hey, happy scrapbooking with Lanita time. That's what time it is. And today I am going to show you baby stuff. Now, I know that my Krista has been waiting and waiting for baby stuff. And sure enough, it came out and we're all just really excited. And so I wanted to show you these things. Now, first of all, I'm Lanita Medina from Camden, Maine. I do kind of forget to tell you that, so I'm sorry, but and it's kind of a rainy day, but a perfect day to scrapbook and to share ideas with you. So here's the Welcome Baby paper set, and one of them, this is the one I'm going to be using. So I'm not going to show you the whole set, but I do want to show you another thing that I'm really excited about. If you've seen some of my card to page ideas or recordings, this is one of the cards here. And again, just adorable. And I can already see a page with this. So we have really good ingredients for pages for this one. And also look how cute this would look right on a page. Like make it as a card and put it envelope and all on a page. Perhaps you send it to somebody and then they put it in a scrapbook, or it gets sent to you and you get to put it in a scrapbook. All sorts of options. Or you buy the set and you make it and you put it in your scrapbook as part of the decoration. Lots of options. Okay, I can get a little carried away, so let's get right to the page. And let's see, I want to highlight this part here. So let's do that. And the paper I'm going to be using is, oh, let me take that banner off because I want you to see the whole page. The paper I'm going to be using is this one as a background. I'll make it identical to this. And then I'm using pieces from one that looks like this, the stripe, and it has that on the background. I'm using some from this, and it has the beautiful, I'm going to say roses, but they could be peonies. And this is what I did for this part, and it has the Scrabble letters. I call them the Scrabble letters, which I love. And then I'm not using this one today, but I just love it. I just love those ducks. All right, and the nice thing is that it's the pattern paper has a tone-on-tone on the back. So that's what's nice about all of these. All right, let's get started. So I will set this over to here and then put my other pieces here so I don't forget to show them to you. Now here's the key to all this, is because these are not quite half circles. They're a little bit bigger than half circles. You can make them half circles, but the bunny doesn't quite fit with enough bottom part here. So I do want to point this out before I start. If you notice that the bunny is right down by the edge on this one, and then on this one, the bunny is way close to the top there, and there's more room down here. So this just shows that I cut them out of different parts of this paper. Now the other key part is that with, and I put these on just to show what it will look like. I'm going to take these off now because I want to be able to concentrate on this part. Don't want to lose those though. I want to concentrate on this part and then this part down here. So now the bunnies need to be sitting up or sitting on the flat part, and here they're sitting on the round part. So those are the things to pay attention to. And this is why I wanted to show you this. So this is the new circle punch, and it is 1 3/4 in diameter of circles. I will be using it upside down. And I have more space up here than the top of a page. So I've already made some things from here. But if you look at the top of the page here, let's see, what's the back side of this? Oh, the wood, yes. So look at the wood part on this side, super pretty. And So what you can see is that the ducks, have I been saying ducks this whole time? Bunnies. Oh my goodness. I hope I haven't been saying ducks the whole time, but anyway, you get it. You know that these are bunnies. The bunnies are way close to the edge. And when I first started making it, I did hug the edge up there because I was making it from the beginning of the paper. But now I've moved down and I have more room at the top and less at the bottom. And so these are just things that you'll want to just be aware of, I guess I'm going to say, and pay attention to as you're punching. So what I did is I made marks, and I'll do the pen again because you may not be able to see it. This is a half right there. That little black mark is a half, but I did it a little higher. And I marked it after putting the paper in. So you may want to do this. And when you mark it with this isn't like a permanent marker. So if you can erase your markers that you put in there. The black one is a permanent. So that is the halfway point, which I want to keep. And now here is where you decide if you want to go higher or lower. So because I needed more space down there at the beginning with the other page that I was using, I use this marker. However, if I want more room down here, I can just move it more as long as I'm consistent. That's what I was realizing. And so, you can just decide if you want the bunny sitting down low. I kind of like it sitting down low. So I'm going to bring it up to the markings that I had. And then that'll sit down low and also allow me for some stitching. All right. So now you just go ahead and punch. And there you go. So that's one of the bunnies that is going to be for the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We will need 6, actually 7 total, because one gets cut in half, but then I'll show you that later. All right, so then just easily move over. Now that one is not going to work, so I'm going to move to this one, and it's a different bunny. So that's good. I like it because it's a different bunny. Okay. This one is the back side of that bunny, and this one is another different one. So I'll grab that one and go to my markings so that I am pretty much consistent. And there are 3 there. Let's see, which one haven't I done? Looks like I've done, yeah, I can repeat on one of these. So here's where I ended up cutting it so that I could repeat because there wasn't enough space in between here. And then what you'll want to do is go to about 1.5, a little bit more, just so that you have room at the bottom here. I did it a little less than, so this is 1 3/4. Let's see how that works. Because I'm going to go opposite. So this part here isn't as important as this part. I want about 1/8 of an inch from here to here just to make it work right. The reason this part doesn't matter so much is because I'm going to do the reverse part for 1, 2, and 3 of these. So this just needs to fit, okay? And I'm going to do the same marking. And that's going to go that way, so it's not confusing me. And then that saves you paper to be able to go in between the marking, in between the what you already did. So see, you're using all that paper. And that's what this is showing. This was a little bit of a smaller one. This is 1.5. And on this one, I kind of barely made it. So I thought, well, maybe I'll give myself more room. But you can see that's a little bit too much room. I kind of wasted on that one. And then for the next one, I'm still needing to have my bunny. Let's see, I'm going to do this one again. See if it's turning the other direction. No, it's turning. I'm going to do this one again because I like that one. And it's right at the beginning. That's helpful. And there we go. Okay, now for the bottom ones. And the rest of this, I have it all pre-cut and ready for you just with measurements. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from down here rather than up here because I need my circle to be on the top rather than on the bottom because they're opposite. So once again, fairly easy. I'm only going to do 2 of them. So I'll just grab these 2. Very easy. And because of my measurement, I have enough room at the top and the bottom. And you can make them higher if you want. So that one, oh, you know what? I kind of wanted this one. Let's see if I'm going to, I'm not going to make it, am I? So let's do that one. And I know that I used up some paper on other pieces, and I guess I used all of them up. Let me see if I have one of these that could be used. No, I've cut them all apart. Okay. All right, so there's that and that. That'll be good for this. And then I'll need one more for under here. And it doesn't show necessarily, but in case you want something there, like in case you want not to put an embellishment there, then you'll need that space there. So I guess I think I've used up all my little pieces. So I'm just gonna go here because it doesn't matter what side as long as my measurements are right. And there we go. So that's this side for this one. All right, so I've got my pieces. Now I'll build. And put this away over here, put this over here. Then I'll show you the pieces. So background is this. And on this one, it is better to use the matte because I kept getting crooked, especially with, you can even see I was all crooked. So I wanted to start I started at the 1 inch, it looks like is what I did. Actually, I started a little lower for these, and then that is at the 1 inch. But what matters are the circles, not necessarily that part, because that can go wherever. All right, so go ahead and start with a half piece. And just to make it easy, who is it that has a YouTube called The Lazy Scrapbooker? I like that name because I feel like I can relate because I'm just, cutting them and not worrying too much about it. So I'm going to put it there and here, and that's going to be at 1 1.25 inches down. Now these aren't raised. The edge pieces aren't. So that's just going to go right there. And then right here. Now here's the other cool thing about this. This does not have to be a baby page. This could be an Easter page. And it could be just a fun kid page. It could be an adult page. It can be whatever you want it to be. Am I grabbing from my right pile? I better, huh? And then this part is raised. So here's the part about this. Now, I was pretty careful to just wait a bit and not do that part yet and put these that are going under just because I wanted to make sure that I was meeting in the middle or going straight. That's the other part. And the other thing that I realized as I was putting these on was that let's see, where am I at here? Oh yeah, I knew there were 2 in the middle because of that. And let's see, let's put this one over here, just like I did the other one. And then I'm going to do that part there and just kind of tuck it in. And then these 2 are going to be raised. And let's see how these come out. See if I come out right. So what I was noticing is that when I puffed them up, they kind of tucked under. And I like that. And so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put this one on first. And because these are the ones that once you put this stuff on, that really isn't as movable as we would like to think. So the other option on this, I thought, was that if they are a little bit crooked, then you have the little piece the sticker piece that can go above it if you want, or or just be okay with it if it's a little bit crooked. However, this is where, you know, you have the repositionable and it's not on the foam square, so you can just kind of play around with it a little bit and see where you want it. Okay, so that's going to just sit down a bit. I just a little bit more tape under there, and then there you go. All right, the other thing, obviously, but I won't go into a lot of detail, but these can be, you know, a nice banner, or they can be like a wavy type and not be very straight. So I like the options on that. Now it's so funny because I'm really crooked on this. Look at this. This needs to go way down. So I don't know what happened there, but I think I wasn't paying attention much here. So now I'm really crooked. So these can be moved, but it's a little bit tricky on these. So I'm gonna tilt it downwards, and then it's not as bad. But when you add all in other stuff, who cares, right? It's great. Okay, now we're gonna move to this part down here. I've got the pieces cut. This is 1 3/4, and this is on the back. This is the stripe. You can do your stripe however you want. But I chose the stripes to be up and down to give it a little bit more, differentness, I guess. I'm trying to think of the right word. Right now, you saw how this stuck to this. This is why I almost always, I just forgot this time, put the adhesive here, because then I'm able to move it easier rather than this sticking to my paper when I'm not ready. I left a tiny little gap, so I'm not really measuring. I just left a tiny little gap there. And then this I said was 1 3/4, right? And then I have a little strip cut from that beautiful, oh, look what I just did. I just ripped my sticky note off. Okay. The little peonies or roses. And I just cut it at 5 inches. You can cut it at 7 first, but then you have to pull the arm out. So just so I don't have to pull the arm out, I'll do the 5 first. And in my haste, I said cut, this is a 1/2 inch, cut at 7, but then I thought, wait, I want to cut it at 5. It's the same thing. You end up with a 7-inch piece. And that way, oh. All right, let's get rid of that. Okay, so then this is going to go without foam squares. And then this is going to be on foam squares, and then the pieces are going to tuck under. So I'm going to put tiny foam squares on this one. And then the last part is the decorating. So hopefully my foam squares aren't too high on this, and then they can tuck in. Oh, I did it on the wrong side. Look at that. Oh my goodness, Lanita. I got a little bit scared because my alarm here on my phone went off, and I thought it was going to stop this whole recording. Okay, so usually you can't take these off, but ooh, it's my lucky day. It must be St. Patrick's Day. All right, and this is just going to kind of tuck in over here. I'll move this out of the way now. I don't really need it. And then the circles. So once again, the wood one goes down, taped right on there, and it's actually sticking right in there because of the foam squares. And then these are going to be on foam squares, and you are done. Now all you have to do is decorate. Isn't that fun? Not that bad, right? You probably were able to make it right along with me. So I am really excited about this paper pack because, like I said earlier, the versatility. Now, the one thing I did not do on this one I have not done is the stitching. I won't take this time to stitch all of it, but when I made it, I first thought, well, should I stitch first or after? Now, I stitched on this one afterwards, and I chose to do this not before either because I wanted to show you the process. Stitching can take a long time. However, I do want to show you about the stitching. I wanted to make this kind of like an old-fashioned quilt type where the stitching is or a handmade quilt, where the stitching is very irregular, okay? And although the olden days, my grandmother's quilt stitching by hand was very, very neat. Mine, on the other hand, was not. So maybe I'm thinking of my stitches when I hand stitched quilts way back when I was a little girl. But anyway, you can see, do whatever you want, but make it fun. Make it what you want it to be. All right, so then here's this part here. Let's see, straighten that out a little bit. Now, I only had one set of stickers. The others have not arrived yet. And so I'm going to use this set here. And it's not going to go on foam squares. It could. You could also use this one. It just will blend in more, and that would be totally fine. This will not blend so much. So here's where, if you wanted to cut out my erraticness on my not so straight layout on this, but I think it looks fine just adding this little bit, this little sticker, and just kind of tucking it in and tucking it under, and just have it show some, have it not show some, and there you go. Isn't that fun? Now that's bigger than this one. It's just different. That's all. And then you can do the same down here. Now, because this is a lot here, I'm not going to put it on this one, but I would put something else. So let's go with, let me show you what I did here. So these are the embellishments, and they are really fun. They're blue and purple, and I took the one that said baby and put it over here. But we could do ABC. We could do Big Sister. We could do the ducks. You can do anything, and it's very fun. So I'm just going to add this one in just because it has the little wood look. And I'll put it right up here. I'm going to tuck it over here a little bit more. And then the stickers have, there's all this fun stuff here. Hearts and what else? Little ducks, and it says baby there. Those are real fun. And then the stickers are nice too. So I would want something generic, ABC. Let's see, this would probably show up here. I'll just put a little heart down here. And I feel like I'd want a little bit of I already have that branch there. So maybe under here, I did like that duck in that part there, but I could use a star down here. I'll put a little foam square on that one. And then here's a little one of these. So I'll do that. And also notice all the month things. I mean, there's a lot of fun things here. And then back to the embellishments. I did show you this back side, didn't I? So these are the bigger things, super fun. Let's see, I think I wanted, you know what? I'll grab, this one might be cute. Should we try this one? I like those flowers. Let's do that here. See if it matches or not. See if it works good. I think it does. Pop that up. It's kind of always hard when we use up our ingredients right off the bat. And I'm going to put it down so you can actually see this part. And remember, you could stitch it, or you will maybe stitch it. And I'll just stick that up. That one doesn't have. All right, so there it is. There is the, I think I want that up there. And the little star down here. That doesn't know. I think I want it the way I had it before. I do like the star there, just kind of off the edge, and then this little piece off the edge here. Okay. And then what you'll do is you'll put your, so remember I didn't do all the stitching yet. And then you can put your layouts however you want them. Notice that I did do some stitching on the edges here, not stitching the dots on the edges. I really like doing dots. You can do this type of a layout, right? That's always nice. My advice is to always leave room for journaling. So I could easily put journaling up here, or if I had the original layout here, like I did before, I would have that and this, And this, I think I had them staggered a bit. And then they can be, and then down here is where I would put the journaling. I have looked at my past albums through the years, and I am just so glad that I journaled. And that's my advice to you, is to write. And there we go. So see, you can have it staggered, or you can have it all in a row. Whatever suits you is good. All right, so have fun making this. And let me just make sure I told you everything that I want to tell you. I think I did. I may be missing one item there, but that's all right. Okay, so yeah, again, if it's a 2-page spread, what you'll want to do is carry this one through here, and this one can go down here. But when I first made this one, I was just going to make it for fun. And then I thought, oh, you all want to see this with the little circles and fun things. So, a 2-page spread needs to be a little bit of a different design up there. Okay. All right. So thank you for watching. Oh, I did want to show you this though. Look at the Bears Border Maker cartridge. How cute is this? Isn't it so cute? And I just punched it out of purple. Where's that purple? Yeah, look at this purple clouds. It's this paper that comes with the baby bundle. And you get 10% off at the beginning anyway. So for the next week, if you want the whole bundle. And here is where... Oh, did it again, didn't it? I am so sorry. That's my alarm, and I forgot to turn it off. Okay, so where is... Oh, here we go. Let's see. Here, it is not here. I am trying to find my website to show you, but I'll just have to write it in here, huh? Oh, here we go. Here it is. There's my website. So if you want to order the baby products, go under What's New, and that's where you can order them from. And I have appreciated that a lot of you have been ordering from my website. Thank you so much. And you have also been looking for discontinued products. And so that is under, let's see, what is that under? This one here, scrapbookingwithlynita.com. That's where you'll find discontinued products. It's not a website that has discontinued, that I am discontinuing. It has discontinued products. So there's always discontinued things happening. Like every week, something seems to be discontinuing from Creative Memory. So I pop them onto here. So if you're looking for something fun, that's where it'll be. Okay, so let's leave this, and I want to say goodbye. And thank you for watching. I appreciate you watching, and I'm going to say thank you for scrapbooking with Lynita today. The next thing I'm hoping to show you are the National Scrapbook Day map packs. They're very cutely decorated, and I can't wait to show you. So that'll be next. All right, bye-bye.